Hello, my name is Shavina. I'm from DLS 4A. My metric card number is 23 DLS 19F 2001. Today I am going to justify industrial dispute in organization. An industrial relations dispute is a difference of opinion resulting in a dispute between employees or an association or employees with workers or trade unions. There may be a disagreement on rights, conflicting interests, a dispute over termination employment, or dispute among trade unions within one enterprise that could caused by differences in implementation or interpretation concerning the laws and regulations. Work agreements, company regulations, or the collective bargaining agreement in general. Any dispute mentioned above can be handed to the industry relation court. However, before taking the cases to the court, some preliminary steps or alternative solutions should be taken through bipartite negotiation, mediation, and conciliation. Another method of settlement is through arbitration. Arbitration decisions are final and binding.
Hello, madam, and my fellow friends. My name is Kiritharan, and my metric number is 23 DLS 19F2043. Now, I am going to talk about the describe industrial dispute in organization. The definition: an industrial dispute is defined as a conflict or a difference in opinion between management and workers regarding employment. It is a disagreement with employee and employers representative trade union. The issue of disagreement is usually pay or other workers condition. Now the type of industrial disputes. There are four types of industrial disputes. That is interest disputes. Next is grievance disputes or right disputes, and the third is unfair labor practice disputes, and the last is recognition disputes. Next is causes of industrial disputes. There are four causes of industrial disputes. The first one is economic factors. The economic factors are wages, incentive, benefit, and working conditions. The next is management practices. The management practices are unfair labor practices, ineffective supervision, and the last is violation of acceptable norms. The third is trade union practices. The trade union practices are union rivalry and non-cooperative approach. The last causes is legal and political factors. There are multiplicity of labor law, and the last is political interference. The last is in the impact of industrial disputes. The consequence of industrial disputes are very far-reaching for they disturb the economy, social, and political life of a country. The workers and the employers, the consumers, the community, and the nation suffer in more than one way. That's all. Thank you, madam.
Hi Madam, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Hazirah binti Mansur. My matrix number is 23 DLS 19F 2037. Hi Madam, so I will explain about direct negotiation. The first of all is, what is negotiation? Negotiation is a strategic discussion that resolve an issue in a way that both parties find acceptable. In a negotiation, each party tries to persuade the other to agree with his or her point of view. By negotiating, all involved parties try to avoid arguing but agree to reach some form of compromise. The last one is, what is direct negotiation? Direct negotiation is a dispute resolution technique process at the beginning of the ADR spectrum. It is often a good starting point to see if a conflict can be resolved without needing to use mediation, arbitration, or court litigation. That's all from me. Thank you, madam.
Hi madam, my name is Kalyarsan Padmanathan. I am from DLS4A. My metric card number is 23 DLS 19F2049. So I'm here to talk about methods to solve industrial dispute. So one of the method is conciliations. What is conciliations? Conciliation is a part of the dispute resolution technique between management and union, which helps to resolve the issue between two parties on a point disagreement. Conciliation is conciliation is often considered as last chance before parties get engaged in injunction labor court hearing, as conciliation is engaged often after the vulnerability abusions fails. At the conciliation state, parties can mutually agreeable benefits. So now I'm gonna talk about the importance of conciliations. Mediations of the purpose of conciliation is done by an officer. The officer acts as a facilitator. He also parties to come a negotiations table. The officer tries to reach an amicable solution if at all the settlement is reached between the parties. It is signed by the management union and the conciliations officer. So there are two types of conciliations: is individual conciliations and collective conciliations. Okay, advantages of conciliations. It has several advantages in business. Some are: first, help in resolving dispute between two parties in the company. Second, conciliations gives opportunity to reach a settlement. Third is prevents a business production distribution due to disputes. Thank you.
Thank you, Kalyarsan son of Padmanathan, for pass the presentation to me. I am Kittikan son of Krishnamurthy from class DLS 4A. My metric number is 23 DLS 19F2055. Today I will like to present about mediation based on topic method to solve industrial dispute. Mediation is an attempt to settle disputes with the help of an outsider who attempts to simulate labor and management to reach some type of agreement. The mediator, unlike an arbiter, cannot decide the issue. He listens, suggests, communicates and pursues. He does not give any award. Next, I would like to explain about function of mediation. Function of mediation. The first is assist communication. In assist communication, when people do not want to meet, then cannot meet, need assistance to engage each other. The second is improve understandings. In improved understandings, when people feel misunderstood, to depend insight about the other, to enable parallel views to coexist, to facilitate recognition when the other is able to see you as you see yourself. And third is support creative thinking. Support creative thinking is the mediator bring official distance, is non-excuse presence, then helps people to think inclusively, then supports reflective thought, stimulates the imagination, then explore accommodation. In explore accommodation is people are encouraged to think of what might be possible. Then an accommodation does not require harmony. Then people give each other due regard. They do enough to get by each other. There is little or no compromise. The conflict is not resolved. It is managed. The last one is in function of mediation is facilitate agreement. Facilitate agreement, a deal is made, then there is a greater respect, there is a significant compromise, there is a degree of harmony, then an aspect of the conflict is resolved. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Dari Firdaus bin Salahuddin. Geometric 23 DLS Y9F2029. I'm from class DLS 4A. Today, I want to present about arbitration. Arbitration is a procedure in which a dispute is submitted by agreement of the parties to one or more arbitrators who make a binding decision on the dispute. In choosing arbitration, the party option for a private dispute resolution procedure instead of going to court. The disputing parties hand over their power to decide the dispute to the arbitrator. Arbitration is an alternative to court action litigation and generally used as final and binding, unlike mediation, negotiation, conciliation, which are non-binding. Next is characteristic of arbitration. Arbitration is consensual. Arbitration can only take place both parties have agreed to it. In the case of future dispute arising under a contract, the parties insert an arbitration clause in the relevant contract. Second, the parties choose arbitrator. Under the WIPO arbitrator rules, the parties can select a sole arbitrator together. If they choose to have a three-member arbitral tribunal, each party appoints one of the arbitrators. Those two persons then agree on the presiding arbitrator. Third, arbitration is neutral. In addition to their selection of neutral of appropriate nationality, parties are able to choose such important elements as the applicable law, language, and venue of the arbitration. Fourth, arbitration is a confidential procedure. The WIPO rules specifically protect the confidentiality of the existence of the arbitration. Any disclosure made during that procedure and the award. Fifth, the decision of the arbitral tribunal is final and easy to enforce. Under the WIPO rules, the party agree to carry out the decision of the arbitral tribunal without delay. International awards are enforced by national court, which permit them to be set aside only in very limited circumstances. Next, advantages and disadvantages of arbitration. Advantages: first, efficient and flexible. Second, less complicated. Third, usually less expensive. Disadvantages: first, questionable fairness. Second, unpredictability. Third, can be more expensive. That's all from me. Thank you.